I'm sweating my ass off and it's 42 degrees outside. This is what happens when you're fat. You don't need a reason to sweat. What were you doing, man? You working out in the attic? I was peeling an orange. Prodigy V1 mountain bike from Ride1UP. I sent an email to this company. I said, hey man, I see you guys got that mid-drive. You want to hook me up? I'll do a review. They were like, what? Sure. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Let's do it. Oddly enough, this bike is extremely lightweight versus all the other ones. Extremely. With all the fat tires though! Wrenches, paper clip. It's not a paper clip, that's, okay. Who knows that? Paper clip, newspaper, fish. Pedals, plug, manual. 42 volts at 2 amps is a little bit low. Usually you see that 52 to 54. The bike, watch these guns, yo. Look at this. I can do this all day. Probably about 7 reps. This is extremely lightweight. The tires, they look to be about 2.5. Regular tires. I mean, a little bit of meat to them. Maxxis. You always see them on e-bikes. You know what's nice about this too? Is because this is an American company, they might have QC'd this before they sent it to me. I don't see a friggin' scratch. And you better hope I don't pull this off and there's a scratch. Don't show that in the video. Look at that. There. Try that. And there is an extra box. She just snatched it from me. Let me go grab that for you. It's a hat. Well, when in season. And, wow, actual, yo! Okay. Ball joint Allen bits. Nice, bro. Really, lay a little graffiti. I'm gonna wear the hat. If I'm not sweating enough already, check out those Allen keys. Ball joint ends. You don't see this. I'm gonna put my hat on. I'm gonna sweat my ass off. But, you know. Here's the hat. Is that gray? Blue? Gray blue? Gray blue?
It's gray blue.
Okay, here we go. Let's do it. I already feel the heat. It's already getting hot. I feel like I'm peeling more oranges. It's warm. It's toasty. Yo. Okay. Look at that. Not a scratch. Look at that tiny ass logo. Wow, not a scratch. Okay, we're done with this hat. Keep in mind that this does not have a throttle. So this is where it's going to be a little bit different. It's only pedal assist. Not usually the biggest fan of branding. I get it when bike companies do that. They'll slap their name on the side. This has kind of a badge on the front, which, you know, it's not bad. It's a little shield, and that's usually where companies put it. And one more thing to mention, this is already lined up perfectly center with the forks. Sweet. Wow. Okay. bring it down. Tektro Orion 4Fs. Nice grips. Nice grips, nice levers, nice seat. Looks good. That's it. Fill up tires. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so this is the first ride. Let's get it. As soon as you turn it on, this is what you're going to be presented with, minus this little guy. I cannot figure out how to shut that off. I turned it on by doing something like this, and that's tweaking. But I don't remember what I did. And, oh, that's how much range is left. We have 0 miles because it's off. Now, if we go into different modes, check this out. We have 2 miles in Eco, Tour, Sport, Boost. That's how much range we have left. And if we use there's little tiny things that the camera's not really picking up right there. They're little black buttons. And then you have your time, which is wrong, 6:21, 2.2 miles, 11:24, average speed, max speed. Oh, I wonder how accurate that is. Odometer, 2 miles, then your cadence. See, we are in boost mode right now. Highest gear we could possibly go in, or technically the lowest. The bike moves, 100%, it moves. And you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference when you're in the different modes, 100%. The only issue I really have is that seat. It's just so not comfortable. I mean, it's an easy change, right? Nothing big. A little bike for sale. That's nice. See how fast we can go. Let's talk about it. Mountain bike. That's basically what it is. I know it's an electric bike and it does have pedal assist, but has 0 throttle. It's got about 500 watts per hour on the battery itself. And you're probably going to say, you know, that's not that good. It's because you're used to a hub motor. When you're using a mid-drive like this, your rear cassette deck is almost sounds like you're driving a 1976 Impala. Your rear cassette is essentially like a transmission. If you want to put more power into it, you go into the lowest gear, not the highest gear. I always mix those two up, highest and lowest, because it is the highest on the cassette, but that's the lowest because you have less energy to move. Either way, you have essentially a transmission. And don't mind Gargamel, he's on my chest because of wind, even though there is no wind at all. The producer of this always complains that it's too windy, so I just apologize for it looking like I have a fucking gremlin on my chest. The bike, I really, really like the looks of it. I think it is super sexy. My ass, on the other hand, would argue and say that it's absolutely terrible. It does say comfort groove. I don't know who's grooving with this seat, and it's not comfortable for me. My hemorrhoids are something serious right now. I almost feel like I have to give an extra wipe in my butt, but that's not a big deal. All we have to do is change the seat. Once we change the seat, we will be good to go. However, I know I'm talking a lot about this because it says comfort. Next thing, I just got done eating, right? So I probably should not be on a bike. You know, your mom used to tell you don't swim and then eat because you might drown. Well, don't ride and eat because you might vomit, your hemorrhoids might flare. I love the display of the Brose. I love the mid-drive. It is definitely different having that rear transmission, if you will. Do I prefer a mid-drive over a rear? Okay, I don't want to pull your leg, and I don't want to break your chain. But with a mid-drive, that's probably what's going to happen if you had a throttle. The fact that you don't have a throttle, you're either going to see people with mid-drives, and they're going to talk shit about it. You're going to, oh, mid-drive is better than hub, and hub is better than mid-drive. Look, we could sit here and go all day. What's better? Manual transmission or an automatic? Which one requires you to have more fun and more skill? You work that out however you want to work that out. I'll ride this again when I put a different, more comfortable seat on this. Out of the box, it was good to go. There was nothing. You see, there's no scratches, there's no flaws, light branding. This bike is gonna cost a pretty penny then. This one is the XC version because it does have the front suspension versus the stock. That's a step through, I think it's like 18, it's on sale. I'm not gonna give you the day because I don't wanna post-date this. Across the board, I like this bike. It does have a torque sensor. Keep that in mind, that as much as you pedal, it's not like those hub jams where you just kind of pedal and you move. With this, your knees are gonna feel it. So no matter, and if you go on the higher gear and you're just kind of loosening it, it would be okay, but either way, you're gonna sweat a little bit. So hopefully it's like 50, 60 degrees and you're not built like me. Would I recommend this? I love the display, I do. Would I spend $1,900 on this? If there was a better seat and a throttle. That's it. Again, having a mid-drive and a throttle are gonna be very difficult to find. You usually see a carbon belt, or you won't see a chain just because there's a lot of power in there, a lot of torque delivery. This is either a 60 or 90. I'm not sure. Either way, it's got more than what my 125 and my 250 did. So it's got a decent amount of power. It's easy to use. Just keep this in mind. If you are going to buy this bike, use the affiliate link. Actually, it's not an affiliate link. I think it's just a link to Ride1UP. Use that link if you're going to get it. Get the other seat option, unless you have really good biker shorts or fat booty that can take some bumps, no rear suspension. Would have preferred that. Again, this is the V1. So this is gonna be on sale because they have the V2 now. I don't have the V2, so I can't let you know. Hopefully they upgraded the seat. If I had to rate this bike on a 0 to 10, I gotta give it tires, right? 2 tires makes it a bike, a tube makes it a scooter, and wheels make it a skateboard. Well, sex appeal, 7, 8. Comfortability, 2. You hear that? Let me get the microphone. Just listen to this. This is the seat. It sounds like a bass drum. You hear that? On the kick drum, go, go, Gary, on the kick drum, go, go. Go, go, Jack. That's what my ass feels. I don't know why I'm whispering to the seat. I recommend this bike for anybody that is a serious mountain biker and they're looking to venture into something to go off-road that gives you assistance. That's the key. Assistance, not hurry up and go. This isn't for lazy people. That's all. Thank you for watching.